Okay, I'm coming to you from the Peanut Gallery. My name is Zach Greenfield. Welcome to another episode of Quick and Dirty Marketing Tips. I have two things to tell you. This is Dale's RV, and I love this shirt. Stick with us here, and we're going to go over some really cool stuff on types of videos for your pages. This is part of our website design sales series. If you haven't watched the other videos, go back a little bit. This one ties into all of that. So stick with us and we're going to start unpacking types of videos that you might need on your web pages. Okay, welcome back, guys. So we're going to go over different types of videos that you may need or want on your web pages. Some of the ones we've done in the past and kind of what best uses are and how to think about it in a constructive way that doesn't become a time suck, but helps you build your business and helps your customers understand your business in a deeper and more meaningful way. So let's just talk about design stuff a little bit. This is kind of where, creativity, and there's a lot of subjectivity. There's definitely some science to this because you can look at, bounce rates and analytics and things like that. But also you want to have something that ties to your brand and has the look and feel that you want. And video is one of those incredibly powerful tools that, can go bad on you fast, but it can also be really great if it's done well or, and set up properly. So let's just start with kind of the one that got really popular, I think like probably 3 or 4 years ago, is that big hero shot video, right? So the hero shot, and maybe Angie, you could show one up here, like the hero video or hero image is going to be like the website is the whole video when they land on it. There really is nothing else there, just this moving thing, image. And those hero videos are great because they really are visually disruptive and they grab attention right away. The tricky thing with those is sometimes people feel a little lost. Like, what do they do next? Like, where's the menu? Like, do I scroll? And what am I learning from this video? And remember too that browser security stuff has changed a lot since those became popular, where now you don't get sound and sometimes they might not autoplay. So there's some stuff to be, like technical stuff to be careful with on that, but that's one type, okay? The next one, which is a little different than that one, because that one's really, the hero shot thing is really an emotive tool. It creates immediate emotional engagement with your product or service. It should anyways. The other kind of different way to do that is like a brand impact video. So that's a lot of going to be showing your customers using your brand and maybe some cool stuff, kind of unpacking, like if it's product, it might be, an exploded diagram. If it's a really cool, services business or something, it might show like people engaging with that, or lined up, right? So this impact video is a video that is going to be placed on your site that's really the first experience that somebody would have with the brand that leaves them with a memorable, that impacts them in a memorable way. All right, so that's a great way to think about that. It's not necessarily calling for action. It's not telling them click here or buy this. It's not a sales video. It doesn't have a discounts on it. It doesn't have direct offers. It's brand impact. It leaves an emotional imprint on the viewer about your brand and communicates what it is that you do or whatever. If you sell something like, Dale's RV here, then it might talk about, how cool and fun this is to put together or something like that, okay? The next types of videos are more informative, right? So as it relates to our last topic, the customer journey video might have more informational videos or educational, if you will, where you're telling, you're directly passing on knowledge. So this is more upstairs type information. The impact and hero shots are more here in the heart, right? Those are emotive goals. These info videos are more, cognitive information that you want to share that the person that's looking to do business with you needs to know or should know, and that would help them make a decision or persuade them perhaps, or inform them on how to get what they want, those types of things. And then inside that is like a little subcategory, which I always really like, is like the explainer video. I think these are a lot of times underutilized by businesses that don't think they apply to them, but explainer videos are incredibly powerful, and there's a couple of reasons why. One is they work 24/7. So, they don't take lunch breaks, they don't take smoke breaks, they don't take vacations and holidays. They service your customers' questions and explain things they need to know all the time when your customer's ready to concentrate. The other thing is they do that in a way that's standardized and optimized. So if you want a certain outcome from your customer, you can explain it in the best way possible on that video, and it will always do the same exact best way job, which is different than a human being. A human comes in, they're in a crappy mood, they don't do a good job. They are distracted, maybe it's okay. On their best day, everything is great, but you have a little bit of inconsistencies there. Explainer videos standardize that. The other bleed over effect is that when you put something out there like that, that your employees will also have a bar to meet, because the standard is what was done in the video, and they need to know that scripting, they need to know that information, and they need to meet that standard if they're explaining it person to person. So it creates a standard, it works 24/7, and you can do it in the optimal way. So those are great. So those are just some of the types of videos that you need to consider. And really, now going through this, they kind of fall into two categories. One is the emotive, to enact emotion, to engage the emotional response of your customer, prospect, or buyer. And the other sort of bucket of these videos is, what do they need to know cognitively from a knowledge standpoint to get their problem solved? Like, what actions do they need to take? What are the costs? What are these questions that are in their head, which sometimes can be objections, but oftentimes are just questions, right? So you have to think about that when you're in your selling, when you're working on selling for your business. How much emotion do you need? How much information do you need? And how do you strike a balance with that? And where do you want to start with people? Okay. And a lot of times we start with emotion to get an emotional engagement and response, and then we go to information once we've established that emotional foundation. So consider that. That helps guide you a little bit. Please like and share the video. We really appreciate that. And there's more to come on this and how to get these on the pages and where we might use these in the upcoming videos. So I look forward to seeing you then.